Welcome guys to another video on my channel. Again, lovely weather. In today's video I'll talk about 5 things that got me more disciplined and still get me there, that I can get things done even if I don't have the motivation fully, but I keep this video going. You're probably wondering why I'm always taking some nice river shots, but I'm living in a place in Switzerland where the 3 biggest rivers come together, so that's the reason I have a lot of landscape video. So I hope you enjoy this video and I'll keep this video going. So, step number 1, or the first thing I realized, it is like there are 2 forces, man. So there is one force, like the force for resistance, like you have a force inside you which has like the need for resistance, but also in general in business or also in daily life, like there is resistance on one side, the force for and the force against resistance. So they're both competing against each other or fighting against each other. I've learned that in my studies actually currently, where they explained it very well that we have both forces, and the force field theory, it is called, it tries to balance out these both forces in an organizational environment. But in life, you can even implement that in life. You know why? Because we have a life where we rather stay in our comfort zone and stay in that comfort zone, and that is like the force against that resistance. On the other hand, we have our motivation and our inspiration in our heads, which we never like fully like we have it in here, but the action is the next step we need to take. So it starts off with a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration we've got in there. So from this force field theory, it is important that you realize that you have the resistance to implement it in your life and take that resistance, like balance it out and go the extra miles to achieve what you want to. But don't forget there, treat yourself as well. Because if you want to balance these both forces out, it is very important that you find the best balance, which is also treating yourself. That is also in there. So step number 1, or key number 1, keep this video going. So key number 2 is distractions. Phones, noises, person, people. These are all distractions you have in your life. And it is important when you want to get self-discipline, it is to shut down and take away these distractions. And you can do that with your phone, like putting it off flight mode, even putting it in another room, which helps you to improve on your self-discipline, because these distractions like keep us doing multitasking things, or just keep, like, you want to multitask, but you humans are not good in multitasking. So focus on one task, put that phone aside for 45 minutes to 1 hour, and keep the focus on there. Because if you can take that thing away, or if you can put your phone away, you can fully commit yourself to focusing in those tasks. So, third thing is stop the overthinking and take the action. I am an overthinker. I am probably someone there who is also overthinking and just on the edge to start something new. I am that person. It took me 2 years to start this channel. And to get more self-discipline, it takes the courage to just get started. Because, like, I set myself now the 5 minutes rules. You can apply that to anything, like literally anything. You can say like, oh yeah, I'm tired today. I'm not feeling that well, so I don't go to the gym today. I'll skip it, and I'll skip it tomorrow, I'll skip it the next day. I just keep skipping these gym sessions. Do you want that? Do you want that? I don't think so. You want to get started and get more discipline, so you better get your ass off, go to the gym and work on your body instead of moaning afterwards that you didn't have enough time or anything. So you can apply that to anything in your life, and if you don't like apply the 5 minutes rules, you get always stuck in that comfort zone, which makes it difficult to develop yourself more and focus on things and like experience the life you actually want, I guess. I mean, for me, starting doing YouTube took me like 2 years, but the first step I took was buying that drone. Even not the most expensive one, but buying a drone, doing some shots, doing some nice drone shots, and filming in front. Like, I'm using my phone camera. It is not like that I'm using the high-tech cameras of, I don't know, which I bought for 800 or 1,000 francs. I'm using at the moment my phone camera, and I mean, my microphone sometimes isn't the best, so the audio quality I need to work on, but things like that I just started instead of just putting it into my head and saying like, yeah, maybe I need the best equipment to start something off. I mean, that comes with time, but the first step is to take the action and implement that in your life. So third thing is get started and take the action. So we come to the fourth thing, which is important, that you can get more disciplined, and that is being realistic with your plans and timetables and things like that. So for me, for example, going to the gym 4 times with a part-time job, with having a bachelor studies at the moment going on, I'll still manage to go to the gyms 4 times. Why? Because I set the times and prioritized it properly, and that's what you need to do, because you need to set the priorities where you say, like, you set a goal for your day, and that goal needs to be realistic, and you want to achieve that goal. Like, that is the least you can do, and you write in the morning in the journal to keep that realistic and keep working on yourself and say like, I can take that off in the evening because I achieved it. Day goal would be like okay, I want to hit the gym, but even realistically, I want to hit the PR in bench pressing, for example. That would be a goal. Or if you're searching for a job and you need to apply for jobs, but just starting to put it off all the time, then you say like, okay, today I'll submit 3 applications, because then you have to go, okay, I need to work on everything, and I need to find these companies where I want to apply. And then you set your goal and you apply for these 3 different companies. So it needs to be realistic. You can't just put the expectations too high up, but you need to be able to achieve them. So set realizable time limits, and also time slots, because if you can block off times and focus on these block times and having that plan which you create maybe on a Sunday evening, or just prioritize it, then it makes your days much more easier, and you get your things done, and at the end that leads to more discipline. And the last and 5th point I've got for you in today's video is, we have 2, or I've learned that in my studies as well, we have 2 like locus of controls. Like there is the external locus of control and the internal locus of control. So in the external locus of control, like we take the example of if you have a bad grade in your studies or at school or anything, then the external locus of control person will say, it is the teacher's fault, I didn't have the perfect exam conditions, and it is just everything externally would be the reason that you didn't achieve the grades you wanted. And the internal locus of control person will say, I couldn't achieve my goal or my grades because I didn't work hard enough, I didn't revise all the things properly. So the internal locus of control one like sees the mistakes in himself, while the other one searches for maybe also excuses which are external dependent. So I mean, we're humans and we're built on that, so it is not easy to get an internal control which is sometimes which is better than an external one, because you know you have your control in your own life. And I'm starting to manage to get out of the external control to the internal one, because I want to be accountable for my life. It is my life and I make my decisions. And even in the grades, I mean, because now I know it is in my control what I achieve, I get the good grades as well. So you need to switch up that and try to work on internal locus of control rather than the external one, because then you just start to find and search for mistakes you made instead of working on yourself, and find that you can have the discipline and try to fix those positions instead of searching for mistakes in other places. So these were the 5 key things which I wanted to give out in today's video of how you can get more self-discipline, and that's how I got more discipline. Because you can have a lot of motivation and a lot of inspiration, but at the end the discipline is what takes you out of it and keeps the consistency going. Consistency is the key, man, and if you can find your self-discipline and working on that, you can get more and more self-disciplined. You grow better and better, and you personally grow, and you experience so many more things and see life from another perspective, which helps you to get inspired and work on yourself. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, because I drop 2 new videos every single Sunday and every single Thursday, and you don't want to miss them. So smash the like button, and I'll talk to you in the next video.